Hollywood's hottest gossip.
Whitney Houston is pregnant, guys. Did you know that?
Get the inside scoop
The word is that she's already a little uncomfortable being the new Mrs. Kennedy.
on Rolanda.
We've been talking to Tom and Sandy. Tom says he's not showing much regret after he cheated on Sandy after a 6-year relationship, but Sandy is certainly talking about the tremendous pain that she has not been able to, or she's trying to get over very much. Women, of course, are not the only ones who suffer when someone cheats on them. James was suffering as well. He found out that the mother of his 3 children, his wife of 12 years, had met somebody special online. Well, he says he at first didn't take it very seriously. Why do you think she's divorcing you then?
She obviously fell out of love with me and fell in love with somebody else, someone who she felt at the time was a better companion or a better mate for her. And she needed that cruel and or physical abuse or whatever to obtain a divorce in New York State.
When you listened to Sandy's story, could you relate to what she was going
through? Yeah, of course.
through?
You know, it's not. There's no difference between men and women. It's feelings are feelings. You know, it does hurt. It bothers you.
You had such a, what you thought was a happy marriage.
Well, don't get me wrong. It wasn't picture perfect. I mean, there's times like all marriages. We fought. We had differences. You know, she would sleep on the couch. I would sleep on the couch. It wasn't perfect, but it was there. You know, it was, we were there for the children, or at least I was there for the children. I felt my job, my place was to be there for the kids, to do whatever I had to do, you know, 2, 3 jobs, whatever it took.
You had a big home.
I had a huge house. They each had their own bedroom, own TV, own VCR.
You bought ponies for the kids.
Ponies. I'm not rich. I'm a construction worker. I'm a union carpenter. Local 531 here in Queens. It's... Okay.
So while you're out working, trying to provide for your family, to keep them in a big home, to keep the children well nourished and well taken care of, your wife is playing on the computer.
Right.
She gets online.
Right.
She meets somebody.
Right.
Did she mention it to you?
Yeah, she did at the beginning. We got the computer in November of '94, and by about March of '95, she told me that she had met somebody and she was falling out of love with me and in love with them. And I'm like, yeah, okay, you know, whatever.
He said a computer love, yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm busy. I get real. When you have a real story to tell me, then I'll listen to you.
Right.
And then as the months progressed, I realized that it was getting serious and serious. And it still really didn't even sink in. She had another affair with someone else, okay, also. And when that hit, I realized what was going on. And then it was just, it was devastating.
How did you find out?
The computer is a wonderful tool, but it also leaves a lot of traces, okay? You can go back in and retrieve things. I can, not only that, but she would print or, you know, print what she would write somebody, like this person or the second person, tear it up and leave it in a wastebasket. I, being a suspicious person, would go in and look, see it, taste it all back together, and then find out anything I needed to know.
When you found out
Yeah.
what you didn't want to know,
Right.
what did that do to you? What was your initial feeling? What did you go through?
Devastation, everything. I mean, from being a man, you know, not being able to keep my wife happy, the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. The main thing was not being able to see my kids grow up. I love my children. I spent all my free time with my kids. And apparently she threw that back at me as not wanting to spend time with just her. Like if her friends were going to Atlantic City, say, why can't we go? What do you want to go there for? Let's go to Disney World with the kids. And that's what we did. We ended up going to Disney World with the kids because I thought that's what she wanted also. But now she throws back at me that we never did anything on our own. We never did anything as a couple. It was always with the kids.
Did you ever try to piece it back together?
I did, yeah, but she was out of the picture completely. She had sincerely fallen out of love with me and head over heels in love with quite a few people. Let's put it that way.
Quite a few people.
A few people, yeah.
Whoa. I just think about your children and what they have gone through. Clearly, when parents get angry with each other and they're screaming and yelling, you cheated on me and you did that.
Right.
How are the children relating to all of this?
Children are resilient. They have a built-in defense mechanism most of the time. My youngest one is the only one who really expresses her true feelings about it. I don't want to leave, Daddy. I want to live with you, Daddy. Can I stay? Can I sleep over tonight, too? And I have to explain to her, no, you know, you have to go back to Mom's. To me, that's what hurts. That's the most unnatural thing. It's not the way. It's not the place I thought I'd be at my age, at this state, at this stage of the game.
Yes, sir.
Hi. I think in James' situation, James, right?
Yeah.
it has to do with people being dissatisfied with themselves. Like he said, his wife was home working on the computer. He was at work. He didn't have time to worry about what else was going on, and she sat there in her idle time doing that. So it's a matter of people being dissatisfied with themselves. Then they start other relationships, and they continue doing that because they never finish any one thing. So they go off and start another relationship because of the lack of what they had in the former relationship.
I want to know, especially when you've got 3 kids at home, why somebody makes that type of decision. We're also going to talk to a reformed cheater who wrote the book on why men cheat. We're going to also get the inside deal on what makes women stray. Right after this. Thank you. Very good point. Good point. He would take you to meet your lover, and he didn't know he was taking you to meet your lover? So you played your husband, your family, and a whole lot of folks around town, too.
You can say that.